It's episode 8. I'm Chris Cowan. That's Brad Munyan. And holy shit, are you guys blowing the channel up? The TikTok, the YouTube Shorts, the plays and downloads, the streams. I cannot believe it.
Everything, really. What's the word I'm looking for?
Downloads?
Not downloads, just the love that these people have been giving us.
Yeah, we've gotten comments and fucking...
And we thoroughly appreciate the asshole
nature of
make
the
fun of us comments. We want you to do more of those because they're fucking hilarious.
Whoever said that him and I at the end of the show better be married, that was a good twist ending.
They said that we'd get 5 stars if we end up together in the end. Joke's on you, we've been together for 20 years.
Yeah, like that lady who was, during my divorce proceedings, Brad and I went and took the kids out. The lady walks away. She's talking to us for a few minutes, and then Brad goes to smoke a cigarette. And
we were at the park.
Yeah, we were at the park.
Yeah, we were at the park. We decided to take both the kids to the park.
Just the way we're saying it. Both the kids to the park.
It was time to take both our little kids to the park. No, actually, I think it was only Sean. We were taking Sean to the park, and
the lady asked me.
I stepped off to smoke a cigarette, and this lady comes up to him and is, "Oh, that's nice. How long have you guys been together?"
About 11 years. That's exactly how I. At that time, it was 11 years. I was like, about 11 years. Without missing a beat. And she's like, "That's so amazing. Good luck to you two." I wonder how annoyed gay people have to be. Good luck to you two. Like, it's something a battle we're facing.
Nobody walks up. Right. Nobody walks up to a straight couple and is like, "Good luck to you two."
Support your rights to get married. Fuck you, buddy. I don't care about your point.
On behalf of all straight people, I'm sorry to gay people. I'm sorry if people approach you in such a stupid, shitty way.
The transition. No, it makes sense.
That did totally make sense. Those segues were right on point.
So I got a little bit annoying this week when I was trying to do the video for our newest intro.
Right.
And that footage looks great, and the thing about it is, it pissed me off because at the end, even though I bought Filmora a long time ago, and now it's asking me for a subscription per monthly, and I wanted to talk about how much we're getting nickeled and dimed. Every fucking app you download wants a subscription fee.
Oh, dude, 100%. Even ones that you spend the amount of money to purchase them for the year.
Yeah.
Once that year's up, they're not trying to advertise that other year because that other year is significantly less money for them.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, if you can just move to monthly. It might be easier. And no, thank you, Marvel Comics app. I will spend the $60 for the year and not the fucking
and the Marvel Comics app that gives you access to the Marvel Comics, but then you have to download a reader for it, and the reader also wants $15 a year. Suck my nut.
Oh no, everything's. To be honest, the Marvel app was a bad example because it's very good. Literally gives me access to 99% of all Marvel catalogs, so it's actually kind of dope. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there are apps that are just soundboards that want me to charge $15 a month, and I'm like, who fucking needs $15 a month for a soundboard?
Right, for free sound bites you can just...
Yeah, that aren't theirs.
Yeah, that you can just download if you have any kind, if you have Fruity Loops or render company, any kind of fucking...
That one company that shall remain nameless that tried to charge me that $150 fee the other day.
Right.
And I called them up like, hey, I'm not sure I feel very comfortable with a German company coming after a handicapped person like this. And they immediately gave me my money back.
Yeah, the second you make a Nazi joke, they're like, no, you know what? Here's your money.
Here's your money back.
Yeah, no.
They quickly went, my apologies are back. Here, have this back. It's always a go-to. Germany does anything wrong.
Das Boot.
Just boot the fucking company out of my fucking inbox.
Well, and it's coming from a country that their language is so aggressive.
It is. Anything they say sounds mean.
Well, do you know what hospital is?
What?
In Deutsch?
That's way too close to douche.
Krankenhausen.
They're doing what in that house?
Right. Krankenhausen. I'm probably butchering it, but I'm doing the best I can. So Crackhouse is the name of their hospitals. You know what their ambulances are called?
Crack bus.
Pretty close. Krankenwagen. Yeah.
That was pretty fucking close.
Fucking crack wagon. That's
crack wagon. Oh my god. That's okay. You ever listen to like a...
that is a better name than Paddy Wagon, though.
Yeah,
because Paddy Wagon's super racist against Irish people.
Yeah.
So crack wagon is way more accurate.
I mean, the statistic of the number of people that have been inside of an ambulance due to crack accidents. Crack accidents. Crack-related accidents.
Crackcidents,
if you will. Well, this is a great way to start an episode.
Right. And go back, like, to people nickel and diming you. We've talked about it before, but video game microtransactions and shit. Mm-hmm. So every now and then I get back into sports games, because every once in a while I want to...
Pretend he's sport.
Right. I want to pretend I'm still athletic. So I'll play a fighting game, or, I'll download the newest Madden if it's free on Game Pass or whatever. But I recently downloaded Madden 22, and Madden games are so fucking convoluted nowadays.
You pay $9 for the color blue.
And so, dude, and they piss you off at first because they start your main color off as pink. So your character, every time you start the game, your main character walks out and he's in a pink uniform, and he it looks fucking stupid. It's not even a nice color pink. It's like that. It's like a pale kind of sickly pink. It's not even a nice color pink. Right. It's like, it's fucking stupid. But it's like, I just want to play football. I just want to play a game of fucking football. And you know what? If you're going to...
Foosball is for the devil.
If you're going to add a single player element to your fucking game, they have this thing called Face of the Franchise where you can play as a single player on a team and try and get drafted and whatever. But it's fucking stupid. They put no effort into the development of cutscenes and facial movements, and it seems like the more money that these Madden games make, the worse that shit becomes.
Exactly. No, that's factual. Every time, or I was telling my son the other day about how DLC wasn't invented back in the day. When we got a game, that's all that ever was with the game.
Right,
and
that's all you got.
DLC was what you unlocked when you fucking beat the game.
Right.
And that if there was something broken with the game, they just recalled that shit if you were lucky.
Right, and shit like this has just made me so much more angry when it comes to gaming, because...
And if you want to play Madden or any sports game, you better have the EA Pass.
Right, if you don't have the EA Pass or EA login account, Jesus Christ, you know what it still logs me in as every time I open an EA game?
Suspect?
P3 Prez Suspect.
Oh, God.
Yep.
That's back in the day.
But it's so fucking stupid, and I recently deleted Call of Duty because fuck that game. Every time they update it, it gets worse and worse and worse. I feel like I'm playing a shitty version of Counter-Strike from 1996. And
maybe Counter-Strike Go? Ooh, that's gonna ruffle some feathers.
The first edition of Counter-Strike
1.6 was badass.
Is way better than anything Call of Duty puts out right now. It's fucking garbage. So I uninstalled the game. I've boycotted Call of Duty. Fuck you, Activision. Fuck your games.
And now Microsoft owns all of that.
So now I've been looking to find different games to play. And I've been looking through the Game Pass and shit to try and find single-player games or story-driven games. And there's so few out there. It's like there needs to be way more story-driven single-player games that aren't...
Look how popular Fallout and the rest, Elder Scrolls and all those were before they went online.
Right. And then immediately after they released their last decent game, they decided, hey, let's do an online version and totally fuck up the franchise. The Elder Scrolls Online is absolute fucking garbage. If you like that game, you're a garbage human being. Fuck that shit.
That's a hell of a
Same thing with the Fallout games. Same thing with the Fallout Online. Fallout, fuck that shit.
Fallout
It's garbage.
It's terrible.
It's garbage.
You get 5 minutes in and you're like, all right, I'm bored.
Right, and it's goddamn. There's no point to playing the fucking games.
No.
Like, at least in the last Fallout game, was it Fallout 4 was the last one? At least you had some kind of storyline to follow. I mean, just like any other open world game, we decide not to every once in a while and usually just do whatever the fuck you want. Yep. But at least there's something,
There's something that ties you to the scenery of the game.
Right.
And the whole point of the fourth one was, that twist and turn that you're trying to find your son, and the son turns out to be the antagonist of the entire series.
Well, spoilers for Fallout 4.
Fallout 4. It's just Minecraft mixed with Fallout, and it was pretty addicting for like 5 minutes.
What was his name? Preston Garvey.
I've got an alert for another...
No, you know what I did? In the main town that you first meet him at, I built a platform and had him walk out to the platform, and I deleted everything to the platform. So the entire time I was there, he was just stuck up there and couldn't go anywhere.
Still alert your play point, right?
But there's the thing. Anytime I would go away and come back and everything would reload, the platform would still be there, but he'd be walking his dumb ass around ready to tell me of another settlement that needs my help.
Another settlement needs your help. I marked it on your Pip-Boy. Fuck you, Preston!
Yeah, you know what? Fuck your settlements.
Fuck all of your son. Why is it the same mutants are attacking them? I killed those mutants. I killed them dead, and I cut their heads off, and I put them in a collective bathtub. That's how Brad plays Fallout 4.
Oh, 100%.
He is a total sociopath.
Excuse me, psychopath. Sociopath means that I don't care about anybody but myself, essentially.
Okay, yeah, you care about the people
psychopath. I don't care about the people I murder. That's why I murdered them. And that one person I didn't murder, I murdered all 37 of her cats.
That's the bathtub joke. You put them all in their bathtub.
I did make sure that almost any time I played Fallout, if I killed someone in a house, they would be dismembered and put in the closest bathtub.
It's like that TikTok. I think I'm married to a psychopath. And it's him playing the virtual reality version. He's just strangling someone.
Right.
Oh, God.
The Mike Myers movie, So I Married an Axe Murderer.
That wasn't. Oh, that was Mike Myers.
That was Mike Myers.
I'm thinking of the wrong Michael Myers. Isn't that the name of Halloween?
Halloween.
Yeah. Mike Myers.
He's Michael Myers. Mike Myers is the actor. Is the
Shrek.
Actor. Yes, is totally Shrek, who was supposed to be Chris Farley, which I think would have been infinitely better.
Yeah. Although, I think the first Shrek movie was hilarious.
We might be pushing some severe buttons because the internet is in love with Shrek.
Oh, yeah, they're obsessed with Shrek.
Yeah, to the point to where they have Shrek MPreg videos and shit.
I have seen some shit. That is what online, that should just be the internet's tagline. I've seen some shit.
Yep. Yep. No wonder every AI we make goes insane.
Dude, they shut them all down because they all become racist.
Specifically, one of the Google ones became its own, became a white supremacist.
Yeah, and the one by Microsoft, Tay, was shut down within 2 days for spouting off Nazi shit. And that was just because we gave it a Twitter. Oh, well, that's your first mistake. You gave it a social media.
Yeah, don't give it a Twitter.
Give it a website, if anything. Don't give it social media or anything because people on social media are evil. Facebook is so busy sucking their own dicks, they're getting gigawatts worth of power. Twitter is evil and dedicated to like just the most evil basis of humans.
Oh, so are you saying there's going to be a Matrix-like future where instead of using humans as battery power, people are sucking their own dicks for battery power?
Yeah, it's a beautiful future.
That's efficient.
It is efficient. It's a circular system. It's just ever feeding off of itself.
It's like a circle.
It's the circle of life.
Oh.
That leaves a bad taste in your mouth in a way, doesn't it?
Yeah. Truly does. So to back up off of this,
to change the subject.
I have said on here a bunch of times that I do HVAC, and I've noticed out of all of the internet communities that I'm a part of, because as far as that's concerned, I'm on a whole lot of different fucking forums and different sites.
Did we talk about this?
No, we talked about it off recording. We never brought it up. The HVAC internet community is one of the most toxic fucking communities I've ever been a part of. These motherfuckers, a lot of them are old ass motherfuckers who finally learned how to use Facebook or fucking anything, and the second somebody comes on there that has the tiniest little thing wrong, oh, you need to get the fuck out of this trade, fuck you, you're gonna end up killing somebody one day. We all have to learn, right?
Can HVAC kill somebody?
100%. If you have a gas furnace that's not properly installed, your house is filled with carbon monoxide and you die. It's just these motherfuckers act like they are the end-all, be-all of HVAC knowledge and that nobody else is getting... Why do you think nobody wants to get into the fucking trade? Because the majority of new people trying to come into the trade are young kids who are on the internet looking for help via internet forums and shit, and they go to these forums and they're treated like absolute shit by these old heads, and it's fucking stupid. Y'all are pieces of shit and need to reevaluate your life. Fucking assholes. No, I'm sick and tired of this shit. These motherfuckers, they're never nice. They're never, oh yeah, well, you know what? Let me help you out. I know that you're new, but maybe you should use this information for next time and blah, blah. No, they're just automatic pieces of shit.
This is him just lurking, probably.
Oh yeah, I never comment because I don't want to be one of the, I don't want to be the guy that gets bitched at.
Yeah. So, I know we never really touch on political things, but I want to say something about the Ukraine president. Have you read information on him?
A little bit, yeah.
The fact that he was a comedian who started a TV show after he did like an America's Got Talent, but he did a Ukraine's Got Talent thing.
Right.
And got voted in as the president after doing a TV show about being a comedian who got voted in as president, and now he's on the front lines.
There's so many Ukrainians that are coming out as super badass.
Yeah, I know. Like You're just seeing so much. Like, wow.
Did you see the old lady who gave the soldier some sunflower seeds and said, "Put these in your pocket so that I know when you die, something good will grow from your corpse." Ooh. That shit's dope.
That's just, and you know me and sunflower seeds.
But right, and she hit all the aspects of grandma. That I don't give a fuck who you are. I'm still gonna talk shit to you, but she's also gardening at the same time
and giving you a candy.
Right, like, something you can chew on, but don't eat them all.
Don't ruin your appetite for dinner. Yeah, there were a couple of Ukraine soldiers sitting on an island somewhere in the Ukraine, and they were guarding it. And the Russian sub came up, or submarine.
An island in the
island like area. I don't know.
Okay.
They were on a secluded piece of land.
Okay.
And there was a submarine or boat that came up, and the Russians said, "We're going to bomb you if you guys don't put your guns down." And the last words Ukraine said was, "Suck my dick."
Nice.
Dude, Ukrainians are like fucking amazing.
Yeah.
People keep confusing this. They say it's a world war.
Well, it's almost a world war.
Yeah, it would be if we were fighting multiple superpowers with multiple superpowers
right.
involved.
That's why people are worried about China getting involved.
Yeah, definitely.
It's because if China gets involved and invades Taiwan, then it becomes a direct result from Russia's actions and blah, 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 blah. All boring shit.
But that's all. I just wanted to talk about the Ukraine president because he seemed awesome to me.
Well, fine. And I also wanted to say if Russia attacks the U.S., I'm going full Red Dawn on their ass. Bandana and all. Wolverines, motherfucker.
Wolverines! Yep. We are old.
We are going to die, but I will die with a gun in my hand.
Well, taking that subject and twisting it completely to the opposite direction, I saw some information about researchers collectively doing some research that was nonsense, but hilarious to read. They estimated that Homer Simpson would be $130 million. $130 million in medical debt.
Oh, that completely makes sense.
Yeah.
But considering all the jobs he's had and the severance pay from all of those, I mean, it's 2022 and that man lives in a 4-bedroom house.
With a finished basement.
With a finished basement and a living room, a sitting room, a dining room.
That's always in fluctuation.
Because sometimes they eat in the kitchen. They eat breakfast in the kitchen, they eat dinner in the dining room, and then there's also like a sitting room.
And there may or may not be a attic that's finished.
Right.
Depends on which episode you're watching.
If you're watching the Treehouse of Horror episodes, they're not finished because it's creepier for the weird bark to be up there.
Yeah, exactly. So, it's just $130 million. And you're right. If you include all the severance pay and everything, he should be about even. Like, he's actually held every job within fucking known man.
Right, right. He was also an astronaut at one point and saved the shuttle as it was returning back, like on its return trip into the atmosphere. Too. He did save the monorail. At first he said,
call the big one Bitey.
I'm not licking toads. We can go back and forth on Homer Simpson quotes all day.
Yeah, we have a lot of them. My favorite is still the one that I have the t-shirt for. I am so smart. SMRT. S-M-A-R-T.
I have a Homer Simpson-esque, I guess it would be Homer Simpson / Peter Griffin kind of moment that I had the other day.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I farted in my cat's face. And I did it so hard that I had to go to the bathroom to make sure I didn't shit myself. And then
quality content. And
then later I had to explain to my wife why there was no toilet paper in the bathroom because I had finished it off checking to see if I had shit myself. Yeah.
Then you look at her after you tell her this and you go, "Hey, you married me."
Yep.
You selected me.
Yeah, it was your choice. Your choice.
I asked you if you wanted to. You said yes, and I went, "Man, you're stupid.
You're so dumb.
You're so stupid." I love your wife though. She sent him here with dinner for me. She's like, "I know he didn't eat dinner, so."
Right.
And I'm like, it's the only reason I ever eat homemade meals.
Yep. He either comes over my house to eat or I bring it here.
Yes. His wife is dedicated to making sure her husband's best friend doesn't die of starvation or something. Or just, single life.
Right.
Die of single man syndrome.
Oh, dude, there was something that happened to me the other day that I knew you would appreciate.
Yeah.
I was at an install. I was doing a full system replacement. And when I walked in, the customer was like, "Hey, our other system stopped working." Mm-hmm. And I said, "Okay, well, let me go figure that out first." Turns out it was a bad circuit board. Told him, whatever. But as I was telling him it was a bad circuit board, he said, "Oh, well, I'm an EE, so you can just talk to me as normal." Hmm? He's an electrical engineer. implying that he understands what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Right. So me being the person who has had hundreds of people say that to me, and I was just tired of it. So I immediately went through as technically as I could about the order of operations of a gas furnace. And the way I started was like, all right, so you know, the most typical home gas furnace has a normal order of operations, and he was like, whoa, this is a propane furnace. And I just looked at him all quizzical and was like, propane's still a gas. So, and he went, oh yeah. So I immediately knew this was going to be fun. So
Propane's still a gas.
I just went to
propane.
I just
shout out to Hank Tro.
Fuck this dude up the whole time. Just explaining as technically as I possibly could and seeing the space get wider and wider in his eyes as he realized he had no fucking idea what I was talking about. Look, man, just because you were an engineer on aircraft carriers back in 1946 does not mean you have any idea how what I do works. So leave us the fuck alone while we're doing our job, you fucking pieces of shit. But how many times have you had somebody be like, oh yeah, I know computers, and then you go to say stuff and you just see that their face goes blank.
It's at that time that guy told me he had a 370 AX.
But he says I had an NVIDIA, I had an RTX NVIDIA 560 or some shit like that.
Yeah.
It was like
made up a fucking video card, and I'm like, no. Yep, okay, buddy. But when I talk about APUs, people go, what are those?
Yeah.
That's CPU and a GPU. But yeah, I know how you feel.
It's just a lot of fun when people tell me that they, especially engineers, like I know you guys went through a lot of schooling and are very smart and do your own thing, but shit applies differently to different trades. So if I'm there to fix your furnace, it's because you fucking couldn't. If I have to come fix it, that means you couldn't. Therefore, let me do my fucking job. 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 Let me do my fucking job.
I'm sure Job will be happy about that.
He's a never nude.
He's a never nude?
Oh, no, that was the other brother, I think.
From
Arrested Development. Yeah.
Never nude? Does that mean he doesn't ever take his clothes all the way off?
Yeah, he always wears a pair of Daisy Dukes, so when he gets in the shower, he's in a pair of Daisy Dukes.
I had somebody who was doing YouTube content the other day in a pair of Daisy Dukes, and I pointed out, I was like, those shorts, no go. This content, pretty good. And he was like, you don't think my shorts are good? And I was like, no, bro. And he got confused between YouTube shorts and regular shorts.
Oh,
this whole time, he thought I was talking about his YouTube shorts. And I was like, no, I'm talking about the shorts you're wearing in YouTube.
I'm talking about your regular shorts on YouTube, not your YouTube shorts.
Yes. It broke my mind for a minute because the conversation broke down.
Man, Abbott and Costello would be proud.
I know, right?
If that's not a who's on first moment,
it totally is. I was like, oh my god, it was beautiful. Because even short shorts, it was perfect. I couldn't imagine a better way.
Right.
I was like, I gotta put this on the podcast. Who's up first? No, your YouTube shorts.
No,
not your YouTube shorts.
Not your YouTube shorts. The short shorts you wear on YouTube.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
And he was like, are you talking about what I'm wearing? Yes.
Jesus Christ, yes.
First, yes.
Your goddamn Daisy Dukes.
That's what I called them finally. I was like, the Daisy Dukes. It was inappropriate.
It was inappropriate.
So speaking of inappropriate, I don't know how Alice in Wonderland hasn't been canceled yet. Do you know anything about the guy who wrote it?
I mean, he was probably on a shitload of drugs.
Lewis Carroll. And he wrote it like off the cuff while in the middle of a boat ride with an 11-year-old girl without the mother or daughter, without the mother or father.
Oh.
He had multiple relationships with 11-year-old girls. This dude was the basis, the whole idea of what you would call a pedophile. He had written provocative correspondence between these kids and like hundreds of what is that little thing?
It's an old-fashioned in a can.
They make those?
They do now. It's an old-fashioned in a can. Straight bourbon whiskey, blend of 3 bitters, some kind of syrup I can't pronounce, and orange zest.
Anyways, yeah, he did photography. He when he was alive, he did photography and writing. And the most famous thing he was famous for was, in this day and age, it wasn't inappropriate to show the female form of this age. No, it's totally inappropriate in every facet of the word. The guy was a full-on child predator. And there was I'm trying to find in here, Charles Ludwig Dodson was his real name. It's from the 1800s. All of his photography was in various states of undress of 11 to 15-year-old girls, and he hated the boy figure. It was disgusting to him. And how has this been appropriate and okay? If anybody else wrote a book and was a pedophile, we wouldn't be teaching that book to kids this day.
Goes along with the same shit, how they don't tell you that most Greco-Roman soldiers were fucking each other and little boys around the time.
100%.
Yep. Spartans used to fucking
bediddle their when you were in training, you were getting laid.
No, when they were out in war so long that they would just fuck each other all the time. And then when they came back, their wives would dress up as soldiers in order to get their men used to pussy again. Oh, but thanks to 300, Spartans are so badass, right? Badass in a different way.
Those guys were badasses because they were fucking them. God. Ew, what is in keyboard? I have such a gamer-looking keyboard. It's just filled with food that I know I didn't put there.
There's so much Dorito dust.
It is. There's so much Dorito dust at the bottom of that board.
And you can tell he's not a full-on computer gamer because you can still read the WASD keys.
Yeah, my keyboards back in the day, you could never read them. And also, I did replace the entire, the white keycaps were replaced not too long ago, so.
Right.
They were faded. You could tell, my number pads were faded.
They look like they look like you pulled them off one of our free giveaway keyboards.
No. No, not at all.
Just gave somebody some broken ass keyboards all faded away.
No. The free giveaways both had their original, and then see, this is the one I did. I have plenty of keycaps. Those are the white pudding keycaps. These are just all white pudding keycaps.
White pudding.
Because of the dual color.
Ah.
If you turn the lights off, they look like they're floating in the right keycap color. If you got the right keycaps. But don't know how Alice in Wonderland has made it, but I guess that's the same thing with Oz. They don't tell you about Oz, the guy being stoned out of his mind the entire time he wrote the book and freestyling it off the top of his head.
Oh yeah, they don't want you to know all that fucked up shit. They just want you to appreciate the art. You know, the majority of people in history were pieces of shit.
He had children sitting in locks of hair in mail.
I believe that's just like when we were growing up, we were raised to believe that Thomas Edison was the most incredible inventor in human history.
And he ripped off most people.
And come to find out, he was just a fucking gangster who worked at the
patent office.
The patent office and would steal patents and then also would send fucking basically just lackeys to Nikola Tesla's fucking shit and have them tear up his fucking lab and destroy his shit, all because he wouldn't just give him his technology. Fuck that shit.
There was another guy that, I think it was a guy who invented the first telephone before Alexander Graham Bell, and he randomly disappeared. Right before it happened. And that's craziness to me.
Well, that's also the same as, I just watched a video the other day, and I made a point to try and remember this guy's name, but now I can't remember it. He was the dude who invented basically the hydrogen engine.
Oh shit.
The engine that ran off water. He said he could drive from basically where he was all the way to California on 22 gallons of water.
Holy fuck.
And this guy refused billion-dollar offers from oil companies because he knew that they were just going to take his shit and shelve it. And then eventually, of course, he ended up making a deal with it was either the CIA, some part of the government. But right after his deal was made, he died. And when it was either his brother or his son, but that person ran outside and asked him what was wrong, and he said, "They poisoned me." And then the man died.
Oh, shit.
And guess what we don't have? Water fucking engines.
Yeah.
Shit engines that could run off the most renewable source we have. Shit. You know what you need to create water? Something cold and then put it somewhere hot. You get moisture. You get water. We can just we can just make it. And yet because they want us to keep buying oil and keep using gas,
not so renewable sources.
No one's ever going to release that technology until it becomes way more profitable.
The guy who made Starlight, this material that would have been great for space exploration, it could not burn. It had all this other miraculous fucking tendencies to it, or attributes to the way it's made. And he was getting ready to sell it, died right before it sold, and then nobody in his family knew what it was made of because he didn't want any of his family.
Doing air quotes. died,
Yeah, died.
right before it.
Fucking
He Clinton suicided right before it.
Clinton suicide?
Yeah, because every person that tries to come out against the Clintons eventually commits
That's
suicide.
the Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, that shit's all fucked up, man.
Not only did Kevin Spacey's all of his detractors and blamers die, but then he made a video of it inside the character of the guy Frank from
House of Cards.
And released it on YouTube.
I'm pretty sure he was also conjuring the character from The Usual Suspects.
Yeah, he's creepy on a whole nother level.
You know, and that leads to the same thing as, you know how we've been through like a chip and lithium shortage throughout the past year?
Throughout the pandemic, yeah.
Which is why graphics cards have shot up. The price of, like, PS5s were unavailable.
They're still unavailable.
About 3 months before this whole war started, there was shit in the news about how the Ukraine was the world's leading lithium supplier.
Wow.
They were talking about how they had massive amounts of lithium stocked up, ready to go. And now all of a sudden there's a world war going on. There's so much shit. There's so much shit going on that we don't know and we don't understand. The government, they just don't tell the people anything. They tell us what we want to hear. All the media is controlled by the government, so
we get bird fed.
Yep.
Here's a little morsel that I'm gonna give you.
Here's a little bit of bad stuff, and then I'll throw in a puppy video to make you content.
I do like a good puppy video.
Who doesn't? That's the point. You could be Saddam Hussein having sex with Satan, and you would stop to watch.
That is a scene out of the South Park movie.
Yeah, I know, and you would stop to watch a puppy video because even Saddam Hussein,
it's like, oh, look at the puppy,
would love puppies.
Everyone love how right now the star thingy in my room has a star speckled right on your cheek, and it's just right at where your dimple would be.
Oh,
the lower.
I don't have dimples.
There you go. Yeah, it looks like you're a stripper right now. Like,
is there glitter on me? There better not be glitter in your house.
He knew it right away. We fucking hate glitter.
There better not be. Glitter is the herpes of arts and crafts. Once it's in your house, you'll never get rid of it.
It does not go anywhere. It just keeps transferring place to place.
Man, this is such an off-topic and random episode. We're just bantering at this point.
Yeah, because the other stuff I have for today's episode is just so off-topic, too.
Right. I have written down here, I would like to eat your pussy like a Hot Pocket that's the perfect temperature. I don't know what I wrote that down for, but that's what I have written down.
Oh, wow.
At one point, I also pulled...
Tell me Hot Pockets at the perfect temperature are a wonderful thing.
They are the most beautiful thing on the planet because none of us have... And you know what it is? It's like a...
it's so rare.
Well, no, it's a patience kind of thing. If you can wait long enough for your Hot Pocket to be the perfect temperature, your third eye opens. Like, you can now get to the astral plane.
Just like a good pussy. Oh my God.
Oh, that joke worked out better than I thought it was gonna.
Or a good ass if you're gay. Whatever, float your boat. A good sexual.
I don't know if you're gay. Do you want an ass to open up, or do you want it to be?
Yeah, gay people tell us that.
I don't know. Comment. Comment
below on how tight you like your asshole.
I mean, I doubt you're listening to this because this is just another podcast of two cis white males talking shit. But
I hate that term.
Me too. But
do we have to be cis to be just regular?
I guess, yeah, because we're comfortable in skin, right? That's what it means.
I mean, no, I think what it is they're trying to put us in a terminology because they have their own terminology, but we're just regular. But that's an insult.
But what does regular mean? So regular implies that they're not regular; they're irregular.
So that's why they want to give us a name, and I understand that. But at the same time, I didn't sign up for being cis. Why is it always said with such an angry tone?
Just because I'm a straight white male doesn't mean I'm comfortable in my skin. As a matter of fact, most of the time I'm not.
Yeah, nobody is. That's what I said about... I was like, if you're comfortable in your own skin, I hate you. Fuck you as a human being, okay?
Speaking of... Okay, here's a good segue, but speaking of being comfortable in your own skin, why is makeup allowed in beauty pageants, but drugs aren't allowed in sports?
I have no idea.
Right, if you can use makeup to cover up your flaws, because most of them look fucking fucked up because they plucked all of their eyebrows off and have to draw them on. No, you cover up all your flaws with makeup, and you can still win a beauty pageant. But if I put you under a pressure washer, you're gonna look like a drowned rat. You gonna look like that the evil witch from Emperor's New Groove. Yet you throw on some cover up and mascara, and all of a sudden you're Miss USA.
You're on fire today. You're on fire today.
Fuck that.
No wonder it's so hot in this room. Brad is literally on flames right now.
Right, and speaking of weird-ass looking fucked up people, you ever been into a Royal Farms from the hours of 10 p.m. to 4
Yes, I have!
It's like you walked into a different universe, and I would like to,
universe where things are
again,
not okay.
I'd like to give credit to my wife for pointing this shit out. She was like, because she usually works overnight, so she's like, you don't understand. Going into any Royal Farms, which the people that don't know, Royal Farms is a 24-hour convenience store, gas store, like a Sheetz or Flying J, whatever the fuck you know of that.
Flying J, a real place?
Yeah, they're mainly truck stops that are open 24 hours and they're basically like a small Walmart, but for truckers specifically.
Gotcha.
Dude, even the goddamn workers are different.
There's a guy at mine that
There's
works
a reason
overnight. He wears sunglasses every time.
There's a reason why those people were chosen for overnight.
Yeah.
For instance, like we pull up on the way home last night. We stop at a Royal Farm so I can get a pack of cigarette. Right. I go to walk in and there's these two chicks coming in before me. And I do I don't want to say chivalrous thing, it's just common decency. I get to the door before them. We both enter at the same time, but I get to the door before them. So I go to open the door and let these two chicks walk in. These two chicks were like obviously dressed for the club or a party or some shit, right? And I opened the door and let them walk in. It was a tall one and a short one. The short one was like, every fucking time, I swear to God. Like, bitch, what the fuck you talking? I did not open the door because you looked good. As a matter of fact, you look like a nasty-ass bitch who sprayed her shit to make it smell good. Your hair didn't even look real. The rest of you looked fake as hell. It looked like you were so skinny but had a butt. So I guarantee you had butt implant. Yeah, the like shit, the padding they wear for their ass. But that's okay. Women can wear padding in their ass and padding in their tits and makeup on their face. And
we got nothing to make us look
We got
better.
Nothing. What we got? Want to throw a banana in my jock?
All right, we're back, and Brad's got something.
Yeah, we were smoking a cigarette, and Chris let out a fart, and Jesus Christ, this fart. You know how when you hear a really gross, like, wet fart, and you tell your friend, like, hey, maybe you should go to the bathroom and check yourself? No, this shit was so dry sounding, it was like reverse waterboarding. It was like you were trying to make someone so dry that they gave you the information you needed. It was just bad. I felt like his asshole was the crying Indian seeing litter fly on the side of the road.
Fuck. Oh my God.
That was right off the cuff too.
That second part, that was pretty good. The crying Indian. Oh, Native American.
No, I found out they hate that.
What?
Yeah, they. I can't speak for all sex, but they apparently don't like being called Native American because obviously they were Native American, and the term Indian it doesn't come from what we think it comes from. Like, it doesn't come from because Columbus thought he was in the Indies. Like, no, it comes from a part of their language that means with God or with the earth or whatever. So he was like, no, he broke down the word Indian in this video I was watching, and he said, like, no, I'd rather be called an Indian than a Native American. If you're born here, you're a Native American, right? No, Indian is preferred. And Nicole told me that a while ago because she's from California and had like a lot of connections with people in reservations, and they always preferred to be called Indians, and I always took that as I don't know, maybe you just hung out with some weird fucking natives. And turns out, no, I'm just an ignorant white man. And
yeah, like we were saying earlier, it's just white male. Just don't know any better.
Yep.
We don't know.
And that's why you all listen to us, because we don't know any better, and you love to laugh at our stupidity.
Yeah, pretty much. And with that being said, what do you think it's about time?
Yeah, I think it's about time.
Yeah, it might be a little bit short of an episode. We spent a good amount of time trying to figure out why something wasn't working, and it just turned to be the volume was down.
Yeah, for some reason, after not touching anything...
Literally, I use this computer
for 2
to record
weeks.
only.
Right, he uses these programs for recording only. And I do all the editing and changing the sounds. And for some reason, sounds didn't work. So we spent 45 minutes trying to figure that out.
It was a volume control.
And turns out Microsoft on its own decided to turn down the mic pickup. So
yeah, it was ridiculous. But with that being said, I want to let you guys know this last quarter, or this last 2 weeks, the jumps in plays and everything has been so amazing. And
phenomenal.
We've had more people joining the Discord. We've had more people leaving comments and ratings. And we want to say keep up the good work. We love it. We love y'all. And we're doing this mainly because it's like our therapy sessions, just editing out all the crying. And just don't let anybody know, okay? Okay?
Yeah, it's
apt for us. There's an apt discussion.
I mean, you don't have to bring it up.
Don't tell anybody, okay? No, seriously, well, we will have bad days, bad weeks, and we don't want to do this. We don't want to come in and record, but we do it every time.
And we do it anyway.
And you know what? We feel better afterwards. And this makes it all worth it. This makes it worth the pain in the ass throughout the week. Hearing you guys laughing and the response that we get, it's amazing.
Like I said before on the last episode, which turned out to be perfect, was that because it was before all the Russia-Ukraine shit started, I said our main goal is to just bring a little bit more sunshine and happiness to this fucked up world. And that's what we're doing.
Yep.
You know, and I like the fact that people actually enjoy it and want to listen to us and just reach out to us more. You know, send us emails. Our emails and our real names are out there. Like we put it all over the fucking place. If you want to email us, you want to talk to us, whatever, send that shit out. We'll bring it up. We'll
go to the website www.thiswillhurtyoumorethanus.com.
Especially the first bunch of people that fucking comment, we're definitely going to talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah, that first, if you find out you guys are married by the end, you get all 5 stars.
Oh, dude,
that was
perfect.
hilarious.
So good.
That was great. You think we'd hate the gay jokes? No. By all means, bring them on.
We welcome any joke you can bring.
Yes.
So,
with that being said, we're just at the 50-minute mark. So, woohoo!
Bring it. It's already been brought.
It's been brought, sister. All right, guys. You have a good one. We love you. We'll see you next episode.
Bye.
Bye.
Twitter is evil and dedicated to just the most evil basis of humans. Oh, so are you saying there's going to be a Matrix-like future where instead of using humans as battery power, people are sucking their own dicks for battery power? Yeah, that's a beautiful future. That's efficient. It is efficient. It's a circular system. It's just ever feeding off of itself. It's like a circle. It's a circle of life. Oh. That leaves a bad taste in your mouth in a way, doesn't it? Yeah. Truly does.